Travelers. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kahi.
And we're
the
Genshin guys. Welcome all. This podcast is for fans of Genshin Impact, the mobile game made by Hoyoverse, also known as miHoYo. Here we talk about our opinions, experiences, and dreams about Genshin Impact. If you like our show, don't forget to subscribe on Apple Music, Spotify, or wherever you are listening to the podcast. Okay, so before we dive into Genshin content, Kahi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. A little gloomy, but it's not rubbing off on my on my energy here. But what is because I had a meeting this morning, so I'm just catching up. I caught up on a little nap when I got back home right before our recording, so yeah, I have enough energy for this. Yeah, I cannot wait to start talking about our live stream because finally we have a really special character that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. That we got hinted at a very, very long time ago in 2D. Now we have a 3D version, yes. So how are you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Just, trying to get adjusted. I've been streaming more recently, which is really great, really fun. Shout out to the people that joined the stream and the people that raided my stream recently. It's been really fun hanging out with you on there, and also the people in the Discord who have been hanging out as well. It's been pretty good overall. So yeah, hope to just get more good stuff, more good news, more good things, and we'll see what happens. Oh, we also had a really good week we had a really good meeting at the Genshin meetup that I started here in LA. We had a couple people come out. We did some kind of Whose Voice Line and riddles and things like that, and it was super fun. I also gave away some of my wife's pins as a prize for the person who got the most points. So if you are interested and you live in LA, come to the meetup. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this past week for me. Been working a lot and been trying to catch up on Genshin a little bit. So let's get started with today's podcast. All right, I'll introduce today's topics. We have our weeks in Genshin, Genshin news, the 4.4 live stream discussion, the community question discussion, and we have one last wish as always. So before we get started, remember some shout outs to join our Discord, join our Discord group. So, our Discord group, our Discord server. You can join our Discord server. That link is going to be in the description. Come hang out with us. We're going to do events. We have a big event coming up soon. It's going to be really fun. Yeah, just hang out with some people, meet some friends, and play co-op, or just sit around, chill, and talk with people. We have people from all over the world, so all kinds of time zones and a bunch of different interesting conversations. So if you are into that, come join us. And I also have my LA meetup group. The link is in the description. Like I said, we do kind of what we do on the podcast sometimes, just talk about stuff. We watched the trailer together with this past meetup. That was pretty fun. And we're kind of gushing about all the stuff that's going to come out in the live stream that they were shown in the live stream. And of course, if you wouldn't mind and you are able to, please remember that you can support our podcast by donating to the Ko-Fi link, which is also in the description. Okay, so let's get started with our weeks in Genshin. All right, Kahi, how has your week in Genshin Impact been?
Artifact farming, yay! So I've been going back to, surprisingly, I remember there's an artifact set from Sumeru called the Desert Pavilion Chronicle, which is a 2-piece set, animal damage plus 15%, and a 4-piece set is when charge attacks hit opponents, then equipping character's normal attack speed will increase by 10%, while normal, charged, and plunging attack damage will increase by 40%. So apparently, this is going to be the best one for Xianyun if you want to main her as a DPS on field hypercarry. But she does, of course, have a lot of other abilities, which we'll get into later on, but I've been farming that, so I have something ready for this new character. I can't really farm for talent materials or ascension materials yet, because, there's a lot of new stuff coming, so this is the only thing I can farm for right now. Everyone else is fine, but I'm just getting ready for this new character. So I've just been spending so much resin. I don't even have good artifacts yet. Don't even have a good, sands. I don't even have a good goblet either, so just gotta get ready and just farming artifacts until she comes out. But yeah, you been doing anything?
Yeah, I've been trying to. Well, I did Spiral Abyss this past week on stream. It was actually pretty easy. Dude, I did. I was like, oh man, this is hard. Like, I'm able to do this side in 90 seconds, but the second half is longer and blah, blah, blah. And I realized after like doing it for half an hour and then leaving and being like, I need to reevaluate. My Nahida didn't have artifacts on. Oh man.
No artifact Nahida. Wow.
I mean, she had
Good challenge.
artifacts, but they were like half of them were level 0. It was like the wrong set. It was just like I switched it with somebody. And so yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. Like I never switched Nahida. It was like a really specific thing that happened where I switched it and I totally forgot. So I was able to clear it, but I wasn't able to do it. But then once I switched to just like a Nilu Bloom team, it just obliterated the Abyss. So that's really great. But one thing I've been working on is like I want to make some interesting Chevreuse teams that use her like overload to their advantage. And the thing is, like, I think I need more Chevreuse constellations for it to really feel powerful. There's definitely a lot of power locked behind the constellations, but like how and when we're gonna get them, no idea. But I am hoping for it in the future. After this, depending on like if there's another 4-star introduced after Gaming, I have like over 50 of those blue fades saved up. I'm hoping to get like a bunch of 4-stars that I don't have now once they go into the banner. So that's my plan. I just save up the standard banner pulls until all the 4-stars that were released this so far are in the banner. I don't think we've had a single patch where they didn't have a 4-star. That was like one of the new ones. And then also, like, I didn't want any of the upcoming ones. I was thinking about skipping Gaming, but now I'm like, I can't skip Gaming. So,
he looks so fun.
I know, and so we'll talk more about that. But yeah, definitely, just trying to also save up, and I'm gonna do that thing this week. You'll probably hear more about this next week, but I'm planning on putting some time aside to sit down and decide in both my Genshin accounts and in my Honkai Star Rail account what I need to farm. Because I get there, I farm, then a character comes out, or like there's a character I want to work on, or there's a team I want to do, but like I didn't realize that I didn't think about it enough, so I don't have the materials I need, and it's just the feeling of being underprepared is really starting to weigh on me now, because I'm not able to spend as much time on the game as I used to, so I can't just do whatever. Now I need to make sure that I'm efficient with my time, and so yeah, damn it. Now I need to make sure.
Well, everyone makes a spreadsheet eventually, once in their life.
Yeah, and I want to get to that point, so I got to do it now to be more efficient. So yeah, that's my plan for next week. But I was thinking about it a lot this week because I realized, oh my gosh, even my strongest characters don't have like their artifacts at level 20. They could improve their stats and things, and so I want to make sure that I have a plan for that. So that's it for our weeks in Genshin. Let's talk about Genshin news. Okay, so in Genshin news, I believe the only birthday was Diona's on January 17th, which is cool. And we also have the Marvelous Merchandise event coming soon, finally, again. So we can meet Libin and we can get some free Primo Gems and materials, and you can always go to your friend's world and get the one that you want from them. So yeah, always a fun event. If you haven't done it before, you're gonna like it. It's pretty simple and you get a lot out of it. They announced during the live stream the OnePlus Genshin Kaching phone collaboration that they're gonna have, where I believe before they made a Hutao phone, but now there's gonna be a Kaching phone, so that's really nice. So look forward to seeing that. I don't know how many of you out there are actually interested in buying it, but either way, it looks very, very nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think they also released an album. They released Fontaine's music as well. So that is something.
4 or something, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of that music is really good. So if you haven't already like sat down and listened to it, go check it out. It is worth it. Okay. So, and then the next big news thing was the live stream, which is actually going to lead us into our 4.4 live stream discussion. So during the 4.4 live stream, they introduced so many cool things, including new characters and a new region. So let's start off by saying there is it is the time of Chinese New Year in the real world. So usually that means and translates to Lantern Rite Festival. which is a holiday celebration that happens in Liyue that is timed and based on Chinese New Year celebrations. And Hoyoverse, being an originally Chinese company, has a lot of they put a lot of love and detail into this event every year. So usually this is the most generous event of the year. And there's a lot of really big story things that happen. So I think we saw in the story trailer for this that Farina is coming to Liyue, so that's going to be interesting. She meets Hu Tao, which I think will be probably hilarious. And we have was it? There was like Aether was crying in like one of the scenes, right? Kahi, what was one of the things
There
that
was
like
Aether
stood out to you from the
crying.
story trailer?
Well, there was Aether and Lumine in the same room for some reason. I'm
Oh
sure
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
cutscene. Something like a memory or some kind of illusion. There's no way they're just gonna say, "Oh, hey, by the way, they're together," during like some like off-season patch. Not even part of the story. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna be some kind of illusion. It's guaranteed.
And then maybe
But
that's why he
I
cries.
also saw, yeah, probably. I also saw Charlotte and Kaching are kind of hanging out.
Oh right.
I don't remember seeing Furina. I heard her voice, but I don't know where Furina is in this one.
Yeah, I just remember
So,
they were like
not too
saying, "Oh, was it Hu Tao?" Someone said that Farina is Hu
new
Tao's
client,
newest client,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Let me see. Yeah, Miss Furina is now one of my esteemed clients.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's gonna be an influx of dead bodies going to Hu Tao pretty soon.
Yeah, because Farina's OP, right?
All the bodies she leaves in her wake.
There you go. Yeah, so we have that story highlight happening. Obviously, since they announced the new character of Xian Yun, who is Cloud Retainer in human form, that's gonna come into play in the story as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So we have Xian Yun and Gaming, who is a 4-star, a character we've never seen before, a very Chinese culture-centric design where he has like this lion head, which if you've seen those like traditional Chinese dances where they have the someone carrying the lion head at the front, or the dragon head, sorry, dragon, not lion.
Yeah, very acrobatic.
Yeah, he has a dragon head. It is the year of the dragon also, in the real world in China, so in the Chinese zodiac. So it's a really big deal. The dragon is very, very culturally significant animal in Chinese history. And Gaming has this like dragon head that he uses, and it has this really cool like digital looking effect on it, which I'm really, really hyped for. And he and Xian Yun both use plunging attacks. And so, Kahi, would you tell us a little bit more about both of their kits?
All right, so Gaming, actually, the thing is, when I was listening to this live stream, when I was hearing their pronunciation, it sounded like they were calling him Jaming.
Oh, Jaming, right, that's right. They
J-
said Jaming, and I was like wondering why they localized it with a G, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So Jaming, Gaming, gaming, however you want to say it. I kind of like Jaming. Jaming sounds cool.
Yeah, we can say Jaming. That's fine. I totally forgot actually that was how it was.
Yeah, you good. I mean, at some point we have to just settle on one. So you can say it however you like, everyone. You can say it however you like. We know who you're talking about. We know you're talking about Tainari. We know you're talking about Sino. So as far as gaming, his kit, let's look at his gaming kit here. So his description. Basically, he's like, simple basic attacks, but his skill is kind of like a Kazuha ability where he jumps up and he just does like an elemental slam downwards, but it's treated as a plunging attack. But what's interesting about this particular one is when he does it, once he makes contact with the ground, he does consume a set amount of HP. But of course, like most of the other ones that consume HP, it doesn't drain him to 0, so you can't kill yourself with this. But yes, he is also another character that has a health draining mechanic. So Fontaine has a lot of those things, so probably has some good synergy here. Also, his bursts is kind of like, he's able to do this multiple times. So he summons a companion. Let me see if it has a proper description here. So the official description of it is: pounces forward using the Wushu arts, keep leaping high into the air after coming into contact with a target or surface. After Gaming has used Bestial Ascent to rise into the air, he will use the especially powerful plunging attack Charmed Cloud Strider when performing a plunging attack. The damage from plunging attacks caused by Bestial Ascent is converted to pyro damage that cannot be overridden by other elemental infusions. Upon landing, Gaming will consume a fixed amount of HP, and his HP cannot be reduced below a certain amount. Charm Cloud Strider damage is considered a plunging attack. So these two characters obviously are going to be centered around a really cool plunging attack mechanic. His burst, however, allows him to use this skill basically multiple times. So his little companion will jump out when you land and will kind of like trail back to you. So it kind of has like a homing ability. So if you're a little too far away, it might take longer for you to reset and do it again. So you may not want to move too rapidly, but I think the tracking is pretty strong, so it shouldn't matter. It's like a fraction of a second difference, but it does, the little companion has to like float back to you. Then you have like a little glowing icon above your head, and that signals, oh, you can use it again. I think in their video you did it up to like 3 times, which is pretty cool. Imagine you can do like Kazuha's ability like 3 times. That'd be great. I imagine Kazuha's gonna be really great with this team. Now the interesting one is, of course, Zhang Yun, which is Cloud Strider. They had this fun little video interviewing some of the developers. Did you see that? You remember that part?
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Yep, that was good. I wish they did more of that kind of stuff, because everyone loves Dawei, everyone loves, you know, the Rain guy and his other companions, but like we don't really see too much of the devs like on the ground floor area, and it's nice to like get their perspective, even if they're all acting. I mean, it's clearly staged, but it's nice just to get like some other faces into mind, so that we know it's not just, oh, these 2 people and then just like a bunch of people who's working and they don't get any screen time. But we saw like their computer rigs, we saw their workstations, which look really clean, by the way. I'm impressed.
Yeah, for that video,
so they're all talking about. I'm sure they had to be like, guys, we have a camera, we have to be like super pristine.
Well, they probably also had like a bunch of spoilery stuff they had to get rid of, right?
Oh, definitely. I think someone pointed out like there's a book like on one of the guys' desks, and it was like some kind of like history of like the geography or geology of like South America. Like they found the actual cover of the book that talked about it, which was impressive that they found it.
I have a feeling
that they're already researching it.
I have a feeling that like everything that was able to be seen during that video was like intentionally left there. Like,
I'm very certain, yes.
Yeah, like they're always like whoever's super like that. So, I'm sure there was stuff that was just there normally, but then there was like, they either put something to find or they left something to find, that was already there before. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Yep. I like the little insight into the developers' minds. They said that her skill is kind of buggy too, because you had to like trigger it like several times as like motion is happening, and you had to simulate flight, but doesn't want to be too static. Like, I'm sure they didn't want it to be too sci-fi, they said. But as far as her actual like skill and ability, this is like, it's re-enabling a type of play that has been in here since the beginning, which is plunging attacks. Everyone wanted to find a way to abuse plunging attacks, and like either using terrain, or just like standing on like a geo construct or something, or Albedo's, you know, little floating flower. But this is just straight up, oh, you use her burst, everyone can do plunging attacks. But it's not just, they showcase this with claymores. I'm pretty sure you can do this with other characters too. So like all the ones that use Catalyst, they have an elemental infusion when they do their diving attack. So maybe some interesting swirl in.
Well, I think a lot of the characters that have elemental infusion also do like infusion in their attacks when they plunge, like Al Haytham or Diluc. Or
right, yeah. But,
so yeah, but then Catalyst, they always have it, right? So
right, so yeah, you don't have to do any kind of special setup. But I think, you know who came to mind is Eula, because she has already strong physical damage, but she's also gonna get some kind of like animal infusion afterwards. It's not an animal override. It says they do animal. It does animal damage after you execute your plunging attack. So you can still have your first element, and then there's an immediate swirl after that. So that's gonna be pretty strong.
Yeah, but Eula won't use that because like Eula's whole damage is like how many hits she can get off before her burst explodes. So and plunging attacks are very slow. So
yeah, they are definitely slow. But what I'm saying is because she has like already the highest amount of physical damage output. When she does a plunging attack, that physical damage will also be higher too. And she's also a claymore, so it'll look pretty cool.
Sure.
But you can kind of mix up, you can mix it up. Your general basic attacks can now have like a different flow to them. You could do like 2 basic attacks, jump, and then slam. And it just looks, it's a mix up of your combat style. But specifically this, what is it called? This sky ladder? Her skill. So it reads, can be used while in midair. Xianyun leaps forward, so it's not straight up like Kazuha, so she leaps forward, dealing animal damage to targets along her path. During each cloud transmogrification state Xianyun enters, which means every time she does that skill, it changes state and does something slightly different or more powerful perhaps. The sky ladder may be used up to 3 times, and only 1 instance of sky ladder damage can be dealt to any one opponent. So if Skyladder is not used again, this is what it says. If Skyladder is not used again in a short period, the cloud transmogrification state will be cancelled. If Xianyun does not use the drift cloud wave while in this state, I believe that's the plunging attack, the next cooldown of white clouds at dawn will be decreased. So it's basically trying to explain like how she uses her skill to like move around, how it does damage, and how it can change states. It's a very complex skill because even the devs were like worried about all the bugs that come out. But what it basically boils down to is you use a skill, you leap forward. You do it again while you're in the air, you leap again, and then one more time, and then you can do like a really big plunging attack. It's very quick too. This is all happening within less than 2 seconds. So the easiest way I can think of it is, you know, Kazuha's ability. You can just spam it. You hop, and then you can just hit the attack button, do a big plunging damage. All of this is animal, but there was a brief clip where she was doing this attack, and it actually kept some of the enemies like in the air. Like when she did her skill, like it kind of like collected them, but then if you keep doing it, I'm pretty sure you can juggle them in the air. Because like it's a minor crowd control ability. It's like a mini little vortex. I have no idea what a constellation is going to look like, but I can guarantee you they're going to be like super powerful. If this is like base level, any constellation that enhances this is going to be crazy. But her burst is simply something that does a little bit of an AoE damage, but I think they said it heals. Let me see if I can find that part, because I'm pretty sure
said the burst heals.
Yeah, it does. So she's a healer too. She's a damage dealer.
She heals while giving you jumping buff, while giving you animal damage.
This is like incredible support. I am gonna definitely get this character. I don't even know what her weapon does, but I am definitely gonna get it. You're gonna get it, right?
Probably.
You gotta.
I'll try.
I have like 100 wishes saved up.
I'll definitely get the character. I don't know if I'll get the weapon, but I'll definitely get the character.
I don't know what weapon would be good on her. I mean, her signature weapon obviously will be best, but I don't know what other like 5-star or.
So she's a catalyst, right?
There. Catalyst, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure like elemental mastery maybe.
Oh, actually,
I don't know what her main
on my
stat
NA
is.
account, I have Yaimiko's catalyst, which is like, because you know how Yaimiko is meant to like do her skill 3 times.
Oh right. Yeah,
it's like a crit damage with a ability that like stacks when you use your elemental skill up to 3 times, I think. And I forgot about that weapon, in my NA account. So I might end up getting her on my NA account for that. Cool.
I have like 3 Staff of Homeless.
No.
I haven't even upgraded the 3rd one.
Dang. Okay, so
yeah, but that's basically the 2.
So those are the 2 new characters, right? And yeah, and the cool thing is that during this event, and this happens during every Lantern Rite, we get to choose 1 Liyue 4-star for us to get. And in this event, you can choose Jiaming as the character you get. So everybody can guarantee get Jiaming, at least one, during this event. And, obviously, if you're going for Shanyun, hopefully you get more constellations if you really want more. But yeah, good luck, because 4 stars are tough to come by sometimes. So we also have new outfits. Finally, new skins, Kahi. New
for Xingqiu.
For Xingqiu.
Finally looks a little bit more dignified.
Right, the 4-star Xingqiu, 4-star outfit. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe all of these outfits are 4-star still. We have not gotten another 5-star outfit since Deluxe. We have not gotten another outfit that has added voice lines, added special effects, actually like physically changed the character model in some way, like how Deluxe hair is shifted.
I don't think it is a 5-star yet. They didn't specify anything. They just showed off that.
Yeah.
I think it would just cut into too much development time for like a specific skin. I mean,
dude,
honestly,
there's a lot
happening right now.
At this point, they're just choosing not to do it. I don't believe that they don't have enough anything to do something like that. Like, they literally have some plan, and this is what they're doing. So, whatever. But the thing is, like, they we're not them, so we don't know. But the thing is, they are releasing 3 outfits, which is cool. One for Ganyu, one for Shunha, and one for Xingqiu. The Xingqiu one is free to get. And the other 2 you have to, of course, pay for with real money, or if you've been buying Welkins and not been spending those little crystal honor or something crystals, you can use those to buy it. So that's cool. Now, we also have the banner information. We don't know the 4 stars yet, except we do know that the first half will be Xianyun and Nahida, along with Jiaming. And then the second half will be Xiao and Yai Miko. So if you are looking to pick up more constellations, obviously, really great time. So we also have...
Oh yeah, Jiaming will be in the first phase, by the way. So you don't have to wait for the second one. He'll be available immediately.
Right, exactly. Yes. So Xianyun, Nahida, and Jiaming right away. So the other thing is the new area. So we have Chaoying Village, which is, I believe, it's like kind of the bridge between Fontaine and Liyue, which is probably how Farina becomes involved at all, because of something happening there that leads to going to Liyue. And it looks a river or beautiful. It looks really nice. There's like a waterfall. There's like there's a village, and then there's like a couple of landmark things, and it looks so nice.
A lot of tea hills. Like they're known for their tea, which looks great. It's like leveled off. Like each layer goes up, and there's just very lush greenery. It's very different from like the other part of Liyue, which is more like autumn, summery colors, warm colors. Yep. This is like very green,
like the Nantiamen and like the mountainous area. Yeah, yeah, I'm really excited for this.
They updated one of the mountainous regions too. There's like a new. I'm pretty sure that was Mount Alkang or something. Or
Aosai?
One of those main mountains. Aosai, yeah. I think they up.
Or is it Aochang? Is it Aochang? Like.
Okay, hold on. Let me check.
I don't remember. There's Mount Hulao.
There's like
And then there's Mount something.
Okay, I'm in the map. I'm in the game looking at the map right now. But I'm pretty sure they updated and added something to that particular mountain. Oh no, it's. Yeah, Mount Hulao. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, Mount Hulao. Okay.
Mount Hulao. Because that was the mountain where you met Cloud Retainer. There's Qingyun Peak and Mount Alkang.
Oh, yeah. It's Aosang, right? With the C, right?
Aosang. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They added like this little pavilion where you had like tea. And it was like overlooking like a little watery pond. So it's either Aosang or Hulao. I want to say it's Hulao.
And I think we're probably going to have a little unopened part of the map that's between Sumeru and Fontaine, I guess.
Yeah, so when I'm looking at the zoomed out view of the map, when you went to Liyue, we had to go down south to Sumeru, then we went west to the desert, then we went back up northeast. So there is like this gap, this big ravine. You can actually like zoom out and see them.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to expand that way. So, which also means there's going to probably be just a big, vast expanse of like nothing between, or like north of the desert, unless they expand down there too to complete it. But most likely, like Krishnaznaya or Natlan are going to be far to the northeast.
Like there's a bunch of space. Like if you look at the map, from Liyue to Fontaine is like a whole area, but then there's like another huge chunk. We'll be making a circle between Liyue, Fontaine, and Sumeru. So that looks like a whole nother section, or maybe even 2 sections that we might unlock in the future. But we'll have to see.
There's a lot of water between these nations, so I mean, Fontaine is a nation of water. It's water themed. They may get more spaces in there. Maybe like an island nation or something.
Like, well, the point I'm trying to make is like, I don't think that we're gonna. I think we're still gonna have a gap in that area because this part has nothing to do with
for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, who knows, right? Maybe it'll finish out before the end of before we get to 5.0. Maybe they'll fill out that part, which would be very nice because leaving big holes in the map is like, even now the shape is so weird. Like, you know what I mean? And even
it is weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, what they did was there's like objects in the distance that just, it looks like there's nothing out there, but then there's an update and suddenly you can see like the silhouettes of it. So they might just add something suddenly just to have some kind of continuity justification.
Right.
But yeah, it's actually interesting how they're utilizing all this empty space. I mean, you can definitely see a journey. We go from all the way from Mondstadt all the way to Fontaine, kind of looping back around. Which it's, you know, it's kind of clever in a way with like they're looping back around because we're going back to Liyue to update Liyue again, having more characters come out. We're not really leaving everyone behind. I mean, if you look at it this way, based on this trajectory, we may get some new Mondstadt characters in like a next patch or 2. I mean, if we're coming back this way, we might see Varka or someone in his crew or his, you know, battalion or something.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like we've done like, what's it called? 1.0 was
like
Mondstadt and Liyue,
yeah.
and then 3.0 was Inazuma, 4.0 was Sumeru, and 3.0 was Sumeru, 2.0 was Inazuma, 4.0 is Fontaine, but there's still Mondstadt going on. So you think they'll do a whole nother like 5.0 just for Mondstadt? I feel like they won't because we have like half of Mondstadt already unlocked. So it could come at any
like
time.
a side. Well, remember, there's like that one particular port that Eula was kind of in charge of. It was like by like the ocean, by the sea. So we might just expand north and get to like a body of water, or like maybe like a port town, kind of like how Liyue has one. I don't know, I'm just speculating. But like we're looping back around a little bit. We're coming back to the old regions, updating them a little bit. Remember, because they're still adding like the monsters to the old regions too. So they are still flushing out the entire world. They're not completely leaving everything behind. They're just slowly bringing things from the current game and systems and adding it to like that old area. So it's nice that the entire place is still getting updated. But in any case, like this new little village is going to be like north of Liyue. It's going to be most likely like around the mountains of Cloud Retainer, maybe within her purview or something. I really want to get to this new zone because apparently there's like some lore about these old beasts that were they used to be in charge of that area, kind of like Adeptus, but there's this one particular beast that's gonna be that mini boss that we saw in the trailer, the one that has all those elements like animal and water. That one used to be in charge of like the area of the village, until like more humans kind of like came in and moved in and started taking over the place, and then it just kind of receded to its own little cave. So there's a lot of lore based on like the Adeptus beasts and more, I guess, like more ancient beings, because we saw like a new mob too is out in the open that the traveler was fighting. It's kind of like a smaller version of it. It's like one of those Lynx tigers but more elemental infusion,
right? I mean, that was the new world boss.
No, but like there's one where it's a brief shot where the traveler was on like a hill with like his little sword.
Oh, that was the small version?
He's just facing off. Yeah, there's a small version.
Oh, I see.
It is very brief, but it's like it was implied that there's more like open world mobs.
Nice.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see what kind of materials they drop. So yeah, 2 new characters, definitely going to be utilizing these materials. Going to be farming that boss for kind of a while.
In terms of the Lantern Rite, what else other events were there again, Kahi? Like what kinds of? I remember there was like a hilichurl thing and something else.
So let me get to that part here. So they introduced the first one was, hold on, just ahead here. Oh, they actually I think we kind of like skipped over it, but there's like they did a pretty big portion about this, this village and like the boss. The boss's name is the Solitary Suani. It's an illuminated beast that once roamed freely among the wild mountains, looking down disdainfully at other life. So yeah, this one is pretty big arena too, but just wanted to add that little detail in there. And just kind of scrolling fast forwarding here, we skipped a lot. Okay, Lantern. Okay, so Lantern Rite. So this year's Lantern Rite has like a theme of kites, and the kites have a lot of little animals on it. They're focusing a lot on the koi fish. It's like a good omen, I believe. Not good omen, but like a symbol of good fortune. First, they're showcasing, of course, the little outfits, but activities. So the first one, it involves like the paper shadows. This is like another callback to the event we had a while ago, where you had to kind of guide. Oh no, the paper shadows. Go foraging. So the description of it was the paper shadows of foraging. So use paper shadows to forage for tasty food, and then you have to cook them. And they're using Fontaine technology to like use, you know, new cooking sets.
Oh yeah, there's the one with the really nice cooking animations.
And there's that one. There's also kind of like a little, I guess, a little mini chessboard kind of game where you have to like move things around, unlock a key. It is very simple, like a 2D version of it. You're just moving objects, and then you have the Wushu dance, where you have to go into an arena with 3 other people. You can do co-op as well. But there's 2 versions of this. One is you collect coins and you turn into like a little mini version of one of those dancing tigers, and then it only lasts like a second. You turn into a little paper tiger, and then you just knock everyone away. It's like bumper cars. So collect coins, bumper cars. And then the second version of this is you have to control platforms that you can also transform to that paper tiger and just bump people off of the platforms and control a space. So just like King of the Hill, just control the zones. You have another one where you start flying through the air, which you can aim and redirect your flying glowing koi fish, which is look pretty cool. Very spectacular, like very flashy. Then they introduced the whole lineup of all the 4-star characters from Liyue. So you have Gaming, Yao Yao, Zhangling, Beidou, Xingqiu, Ningguang, Chongyun, Xinyan, Yunjin, and Yanfei. So if you don't have any of these characters, then now's your time. The most recent one was Yao Yao.
Or if you want constellations.
Or constellations, yeah. I definitely have. Okay, of all of these, I know I have a maxed out Beidou, maxed out Xingqiu, maxed out Ningyuan. And I'm pretty sure I have a maxed out Zhangling.
I think I have everything maxed out before Yao Yao.
Ooh, dang. I know Yao Yao has only like 2 of her constellations, but everyone else, yeah, I don't have max Yunjin, although I would love a max Yunjin because she helps buff normal attack damage.
Yeah,
so she's useful in pretty much a lot of extra teams. Yeah, and after that, one really important thing that they are bringing back is the login bonus. So they're going to give us up to 10 intertwined fates if we log in between February 3rd to February 18th. And this means you're not going to get 10 if you log in one of those days. These are like login bonuses, so they're over time from the 3rd to the 18th. I'm pretty sure the last time you have to log in at least 5 or 7 days to like get all of these rewards. So yeah, if you log in like between 5 to 7 days during this time, then you can get 10 extra wishes, maybe some of the little goodies here and there. But yeah, those are pretty much all the mini games in here. Is there anything that stood out to you about like all the new content coming out this patch?
We also didn't mention the custom sets that are coming, quality of life for the
yes,
artifacts.
That one was, yeah, the quick quick equip one, where you can enable filters for stats and it just finds them and then you can equip it all at once. Is that what they did?
So it's like not 100% clear yet, but and whether or not there's actually custom loadouts that you can save and keep. But it sounds like they have like an automatic filtering system that will not
Yeah, it's not a
overlap.
loadout, but it's quick find.
Well, it's like it is a loadout, but it'll like automatically build you a loadout based on what it thinks is good for that character. So like,
But it won't save it, so it's just, yeah, it's a filter.
well, that's the thing is we don't know if it'll save it or not because there was like a custom loadout. If they're using the word loadout just to mean whatever's equipped right now, and there's no way to save it, then yeah, it's not that great of a feature. It's not exactly what we want as a community yet. I mean, in general, because like we just want to be able to save artifacts that we pick out and just swap between them quickly. That's all we want. It's not that hard. It's like we didn't want a auto filter recommended set thing. Like nobody cares about that.
Yeah, because
like,
once I find it, I need to remember it.
Yeah, they already added the thing that's like this set is recommended, right? Like they already added that. So like you can filter and it'll say this is the recommended one. So we don't need it to
adding like 5 extra
do
team
that.
slots though.
Huh?
I think they are adding more team slots though.
That would be amazing. I did not hear about that, but that would be amazing.
Okay, I'm fairly certain they are adding more team slots, but I just can't find exactly where they did it to set it in this whole presentation. Man. Because like I had to read all like the subtitles and I probably looked away for like one brief moment, but I remember seeing it was either on this or one of their websites, but I'm like 80% sure that we're getting more team slots.
Okay, well, if we find out,
I could be wrong. Yeah, I'll look this up later, but like I don't know why I remember something like that. But for now, 10 team slots is still a lot for a lot of the newcomers because we have some who only started in Sumeru. We have some who started in Fontaine, so you may not need 15 team slots right now, but it would be nice to expand that slowly over time. Okay.
All right, yeah, that'd be really nice. So
all the mini games.
Well, so I'm really looking forward to like in general, I'm just looking forward to, Jiaming and Xianyun. Like just they look so fun. I love that they're bringing a fresh take on plunging attacks. Like you said, something that's been in the game since the beginning, but has not been explored as much. So I mean, obviously Kazuha is one example of like they kind of augment a plunging attack. We have Albedo, which by the way, Albedo's C4 increases damage of plunging attacks. That's why like he's good being paired with Xiao. Xiao and Xianyun could even be a good pair because of the like the fact that they what's it called, that she heals.
Animal synergy.
Yeah, the animal synergy. Basically Xiao can just be jumping up and down all the time, and if you buff them with Barzan, I feel like they'll do a lot of damage together, but I don't know how it works yet. So but it sounds like an interesting concept. Yeah.
You know the team that I'm gonna be making? Like immediately just while we were talking about this. So I'm definitely gonna it's gonna be Gaming, Kazuha, Dia, and Xianyun. Just because you have dual animal synergy and you have dual pyro synergy, so you're gonna do a lot of damage, a lot of swirls, a lot of plunges, a lot of infusion. It's just, and all of them do like a giant like jumping, leaping attack. I'll call it the leaping lions.
Yeah, this is the thing is like just the plunging attacks do take time though, right? So like that's the thing is they're kind of slow.
It's like a filler though.
Yeah, so they need to be strong. So we'll see. I'm not even gonna bother thinking about what kind of teams I want to build yet because I want to see how it actually works. But it looks fun. The like Xianyun's jumping looks really fun for exploration, which is what I was like thinking about, and I was like, oh man, that looks fun.
Oh yeah, it's quick.
Yeah, it's like
it's a really quick jump
like
forward.
Jumping. But yeah, I'm really hoping. What are you looking forward to the most, Kahi?
I'll be honest, Xianyun, because anytime you have a new character that has like really good twist on like an existing mechanic or like movement ability or like support for any kind of team, I mean, Animal can pretty much buff any element other than Geo or Dendro, but like still, it's like all the main elements we've been so accustomed to over time, where it's definitely going to synergize with that. But then now that we have a character that can enable plunging attack on command, finally, I can do like the weird, like basic attack claymore teams that I've been wanting to do for so long, not just standing on a hill and just jumping down.
Sure.
it's just fun. It adds an extra layer of fun to the game. Also, it's Cloud Retainer. Her like design is great. Cloud Retainer is like one of like the most powerful ones in all of Leeway. So just lore wise, gameplay wise, kit wise, like yeah, great character. It's just a new toy. Everyone wants to play around with a new toy. I really also want to like learn about that village.
Yeah, I know, it looks so nice.
If it's like they have that one, they added one of those same tall like elevators that Fontaine has to get from the ground level all the way up the waterfall. And it's like part of their town too, but it's like it looks exactly like Fontaine, just with Leeway architecture design behind it. Let me see if I can find it. But that place looks really cool because it's very lush. It seems huge, so it's like, oh, how have we never seen this before? But a lot of cloudy structures to this, very like high up points. But it still looks new. But it has that same flair like Leeway has. There was this one particular gate I saw, like it's like a stone gate built into a mountain, like it's a big door. I don't think they talked about it at all, but oh, found it. Mount Lingmeng, which is the origin of the long-standing Guhua clan. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
Okay, Guhua clan. This is Xingqiu's ancestors. Yep. So that's gonna be interesting to find out. But I want to know what's inside this really big door inside this mountain. Very ominous looking, but they didn't show anything past that. So it's like we're gonna be learning some history from, you know, a long meta character Xingqiu.
I saw a meme that was like Chung Yun's face when his auntie and best friend get a skin, but he doesn't.
I know. Maybe next time.
Sad boy.
Maybe next Lantern Rite. Who knows? Honestly, I would bet that, you know, Chung Yun might get a skin next year.
Give me a Xinyan with her hair down 5-star skin. How about that?
A 5-star skin for a 4-star character.
Yeah, why not? That
Sure.
would be, that should happen, honestly. Like that actually should happen, I think, in the future, because
yeah, she's been in the game for a while.
Characters are really good too. Like they have good designs. Like they're
definitely
not to be slept on, you know what I mean? Like, so, but we'll see. Whenever they decide to like hard shift into doing more skins, like maybe it'll be like after the main story, or maybe they just never will. Maybe it'll still be like this for a long time. I don't know. All I know is that they can do it if they wanted to. So, you know, and I really wish that it would be like, I don't know. I wish they would just do it. I wish that at least every character had one skin. And I can't believe there's not a second 5-star skin. Like it's been 2 years. So, anyway, all right. Well, that's pretty much it for the 4.4 live stream discussion. What are you excited for? That's going to be our community discussion question. Spoilers, and it is you know, there's a lot to be excited for. So for those of you who's maybe it's your 3rd or 4th Lantern Rite festival, or maybe it's your first. This is a really good time to get back into Genshin, and to start really learning about Teyvat and the world, and Leeway especially, because it's such an integral part of Hoyoverse and of like Genshin. So, you know, definitely check it out if you haven't played it before. But you know, for those of you that have, let's enjoy, right? Okay, so we'll do our community discussion question, which last week was, what do you want to hear us do here on Genshin, guys? So, I mean, there's not really I don't think we have to answer this one, but Kahi, is there something you want to do that we haven't done yet? Specifically?
Well, not like we haven't done yet, but we haven't done like a good learn along after a while. But I would definitely like to have some kind of a segment where we do like some more deeper dives into like this unfolding world and story of Teyvat and Genshin, and maybe trying to find like where do these things kind of intersect with other Hoyoverse games. I mean, we definitely want to make this, you know, more Genshin focused, but you know, we have like crossovers that are eventually happening too. We have Skirk, which is the proof that, you know, universes and galaxies out there can like make their way into our reality. So maybe we can find and go into where this game is intersecting with like the other franchises. Other than that, maybe like a lot of our listeners, they're still new. Like I keep assuming that a lot of people have been playing since year one, but no, we have people who've like started late. Maybe they kind of skipped some of the stories and they just went right to the season, like the seasonal activities and seasonal stories, middle patches. Maybe they didn't even have any time to do all the Archon quests yet. So I'm still kind of leery about doing spoilers. Like some people still have no idea that Signoro's gonna die. I am so sorry if I spoiled that for you, but like some people will just still have no idea what's going on in the world. So like a lot of the things that are happening now in the game, they hit harder because we know these characters, like the Guhua clan. Maybe like half of the people who are listening don't even know what Guhua is. It's Xingqiu's sword style, which is his family. So things like that. Maybe we can do like a little refresher here. The quizzes are great too because it helps everyone kind of stay on the same page and it tests our knowledge too. But
yeah,
maybe something more lore related. That'd be nice.
Nice. Yeah, for me, I want to do something lore related too. I want to do a proper game show. So I would love to make a podcast version, but yeah, I would love to make a sort of game show where other people are competing, not just us. But for points and stuff, and we get to hear them do it on the podcast, right? So I've done the quiz episodes where it's really like for the listeners, but I want to give the listeners a fun show to listen to. And so it would be like, maybe it would be more of a discussion or what have you, but I think it would be fun. I have not done that yet. I'm planning to do it in the future. I just don't know when. But yeah, just having fun and learning at the same time. It's always good. Okay, so for Discord, for the community, what do you want to hear us do here on Genshin, guys? Solito says win the last wish segment. Yeah, well, I want to hear that too, Solito.
Eventually.
Hey, maybe today's the day. Who knows? And then he said,
did we at least get like a 4-star thing?
Huh?
Did either of us get like a 4-star thing?
Yeah, we've gotten 4 stars before. We just never got a 5-star.
I can't even remember. It wasn't even that
It's been a while. We've been getting blue for a really long time.
Yeah. We only want the 5 stars. We're only gonna remember the 5-star poll.
Solito says, and a Dainslev underground city whose name I can't spell starts with a K. Feel free to say it instead of all this because you know how to say all the words. Okay, sure.
Kainria?
Kainria, yeah, I guess so. So Sarah Q. Wait, I just had an idea, Kahi. Maybe we can tweak Last Wish a little bit, for the Xianyun because we both want Xianyun, and we can record ourselves pulling one by one to see who gets it first.
Ooh, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna be so tempting. I'm gonna probably wake up or get to that patch. Really
we'll record it separate from the episode. We'll just as soon as the patch comes out, we'll just record that. How's that?
Oh, who got it in less rolls? Yeah.
Yeah. We have to make sure our pity is like at a comparable place though.
So we got to do one at a time then.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's do that. Okay, all right, everybody listening.
I'll try to remember to do that.
Yeah, I'll remind you. Don't worry. I'll remind you. I'll be like, oh, hey.
Thank you, please.
You wait for me.
Don't roll. Don't roll.
Don't do it.
Or at least record it. I will definitely record it.
Yeah. We'll just record it before we do the episode. Okay. So, Sarah, Kahi, you're gonna like this one. You ready? Make a couple of off-topic episodes, e.g., make a 3x3 grid of anime or games that are important to you. It can be old games from your childhood, games that you used to play a lot, games that you are currently playing a lot, or maybe 1 or 2 games that you're looking forward to very much. And then he says, or keep it Genshin related so that you tailor this list to the Genshin audience. Recommended anime or games that every Genshin player should watch or play.
So, like, if you like Genshin, you'll like this.
Yep.
If
and
you
watch
watch this, you might watch this. Yeah.
Hey, we can do that. You can do anime, I'll do games. How about that?
I'm down for that. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. We'll consider that. Thanks, Sarah. Cloudy. Less than 3, which I'm assuming is a heart. It's definitely a heart. I'm not assuming. Maybe an episode centered around the Archons, Archon War, theories or speculations, and you could discuss lesser known facts about them. That would be really interesting, especially since we know more about Farina and how her story ties in with the rest of the Archons. Yeah, I mean, lore learn along thing, we could do that one time for sure. Kilak55 says team of the day segment or patch / end of patch segment based on personality. Huh? Team of the day segment.
Wait, say that again?
Wait. Team of the day or a segment based Wait. Team of the day segment or patch segment based on personality. I'm not sure what that means, Gil. Let me know what that means.
Maybe make a team of personalities that would match well together?
So just a segment of team of the day based on personality, right? That's what Kahi does literally every day. I don't know.
Yeah, I like do thematic teams. Like
Yeah.
I'd go by like height. Like if they would match, like I have to have characters that look like they would be in the same group. That's actually what I do.
But there's an idea here. I feel it. I'll spitball some stuff later. So, and the last one is Raccoon Warlock. Every once in a while, you spin for a random boss and a random team and see if you win. Oh, that's fun. That sounds like a fun Twitch thing, actually. Huh. Yeah.
Actually, I have an idea for you. Like you could do, because you just gave me this idea earlier, because you said you had like no artifacts on Nahida.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make like a whole team, and they have to all have no artifacts, and see like how well they do.
Oh God. Okay. Well, then all
like,
that
can
matters
you
is their
overcome
talent
artifacts
level.
with just synergy?
Talent level.
True, but like synergy and like mastery, base mastery, or just the elements themselves.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. What that sounds kind of interesting and challenging, but I can't like necessarily
the
go
most-
into Spiral Abyss or anything because I won't be able to clear it. But
Well, I mean, you could.
if I can use level
How far
90
can
weapons,
you get with
sure.
no artifacts?
Yeah, if I can.
Well,
use
yeah,
level
like
90
just no
weapons.
artifacts.
Okay, I'll think about that. All right, what about on Spotify, Kahi?
Okay. So Sophie Shear says, I love the new music section. Please keep doing that. I think I kind of like that music section. Man, it's just really tricky to find out, okay, where did that song trigger? Because either it is only one place, or maybe it does play several places other, or maybe it's just very thematic, so I only know the region. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of us can hear the region that it could be from, but like, could we name the specific place? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's just me. But I do generally have like the feel of the music down. But Sophie Shearer also says, also I forgot to answer the last week one, but my perfect character is Kaya.
Okay.
So lore, design, gameplay. So yeah, last week we had like, who's your perfect character? Or did your perfect character show up yet, and who is it? Well, nice to know that one of the original Kaya was also on the original Genshin Impact poster too, so one of the original 4.
Yep.
Let's see. So the Quiet Gem would love to see us, showing our wishes. So definitely I'm going to record my next wish for this Lantern Rite, and you'll record yours, and I'll definitely start to get back into the habit of uploading to YouTube. Definitely keeping up with that one. Octira says, I really like when you played games with the guest voice actors. Yes, it does take a lot of planning. It does take a lot of scheduling. It is tough, but man, we got those too. Yes, we're definitely working on more characters. I really want to interview Marco Meatball. He's so cool. He's so fun.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Like, chill. I know. Like having Christian Banas pick things off the wiki and try to get to guess with a vague explanation of who or what it is. That was nice. Let's see. And Lulu says, since it's winter where I am, I was thinking maybe you guys could do a ludicrous list on how fun Genshin characters would be in the snow. It's snowing here, so the idea just popped up. It's an interesting one. Like, okay, this climate, which character would do best in this? Actually, that could be a ludicrous list. Who would do best in the snow? Well, I mean, we have to define like performing best in the snow. Like, could they survive? Yes. Would they be comfortable? No. But then they'd be so like leaning towards all the cryo characters because they are cryo.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it could be okay. We could definitely work with this kind of idea, like climates. But yeah, that's all the ones from our Spotify recommendations. Pretty interesting ideas. It's good to see, like, we still want variety. We still want to get out of like the routine of only having one thing to talk about, or like having things to look forward to. Even like a lot of people like the ludicrous list still. A lot of people like the music ones. That was pretty fun too. Or just like having some kind of segments where we are interactive with the community. Like we always have community questions. That's always gonna be a thing because we genuinely like the feedback. Like knowing your ideas, opinions, thoughts, hopes, and dreams. But yeah, it's good to kind of break up the monotony here and there, or maybe add something new that maybe we didn't even see or plan. So yeah, keep up the suggestions. Like, no matter what, even if it's not a community question, if you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments, leave it on Spotify, leave it on Discord, leave it on Twitter even. I might have something planned later on towards the middle of the year if I could start getting into a better like video editing habit. I'm still trying to work around my full-time job as well, but I definitely want to try and do more things with that YouTube channel. So keep your eyes on that one. But anything that you would want to look forward to, any ideas that you would want that maybe just go crazy, like if you could just do anything for the podcast, what's something you'd want to do?
I want to do a full-scale version of what I just mentioned, like like an actual game show, like where I'm a host and I physically meet with all these content creators.
That'll be fun.
Like I want to do that because I'm gonna be honest, like some of the ones I've watched are kind of disappointing, so like I want to make it.
I remember one specifically. Yes.
Yeah.
We had an episode about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I cut out most of my complaining actually because it was
not how you do it. Come on, have more enthusiasm.
No, it was like I was just ripping them, and I was just like, you know what, whatever. I like, this is a positive podcast. Like, I love that they did it.
Friendly.
I just wish that they did it a little more tastefully or a little better. So I was just personally disappointed. I'm sure that fans of the people that were there, like, enjoyed it, but anyway, that was just my opinion. So, and I'm only one person, so that's just how it is. But yeah, I would love to do that someday. We'll see if we can make it happen. So, next week's question, by the way, is what are you most excited about from version 4.4? Of course, if there's anything, let us know, share what you're excited about. It's going to be a really, really good patch. I'm so excited for it. The other thing is, like, Takahi's point about like letting us know about future content, we do have a section in the Discord under the podcast that says future content suggestions, so go ahead and post there. And under that same section, we have the hashtag community question, so you can post your answer to the community question there if you don't use Spotify and you want to try doing it on Discord. So yeah, so definitely check out the Discord, and if you haven't already, there is a lot of stuff there that is influential for our future episodes. Okay, so let's move on to our last segment, One Last Wish.
ワクワクする事件が間もなく起きる。
Alright, Kahi, what are you wishing for today?
Well, I already have Raiden Shogun, which is amazing. I don't have any of her constellations, because even at her base form, she's great. I don't think I need another one, but I don't know if I want to get Yoimiya right now because I'm saving up to level up other characters, but I do need some interesting weapons, so I'll go for a weapon. I have 101 wishes, so I'm going to spend one to make it an even 100.
Okay.
Here I go. Weapon banner, and it is blue. I didn't want a blue weapon.
No.
No, it's a book.
Oh.
Well, at least it's Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers. That's nice.
At least, I guess. Well, I'm also going to wish on the weapon banner on my main Asia account, because I don't have either Thundering Pulse or Engulfing Lightning and could use either one of them. So let's go ahead and try to roll. I don't have that much saved up, and I don't think I'm that high on pity, but we'll see what happens. Ready? Here we go. It's purple.
Ah, you win this time.
It's Favonius Sword. Woo!
Ooh, Favonius Sword. So that's elemental recharge, or like energy recharge.
Energy recharge, yes. It is a good weapon. It's always good to have more of those. So you don't have to keep swapping them around. But yeah, that's it.
Actually, that's a good one on Xingqiu, isn't it?
It is a good one on
Doesn't Xingqiu use that?
Xingqiu.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Xingqiu's best is Sacrificial Sword, of course, because his skill is like a 20-second cooldown. And Sacrificial
HP too,
Sword
right?
like instantly gives you an 80% chance to instantly get the cooldown.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of the other one, the Jade one.
Jade Cutter?
There's like a Jade sword. Jade Cutter, yeah.
That's
I was
a
thinking of the
5-star.
other sword, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that sword right away. But I know that one was
But
like
you know
HP,
what Favonius Sword is, right?
HP bonus. Yeah, Favonius, all the Favonius weapons do energy recharge.
Yeah.
And the sacrificial ones are always the ones that do like the skill reset.
Yep. Yep, that's the one.
80% chance to do it.
If it, at max refinement, yeah. So all right, well that's it for our one last wish. I actually got a purple. Oh my goodness. This is a revolutionary day. It's been months, I think, since any one of
We
us
will
had-
remember this day for at least a week.
exactly, for at least a week. But yeah, that's it. That wraps up the show for today. Thanks for listening. If you have the time, please leave us a comment and a review. We'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening. Follow me on Twitter at jsidegaming, as well as twitch.tv/jside. And follow Kahi at Kahiao, KahiyaO, or YouTube, KahiyaO, same thing. And also our podcast Twitter, which is at Genshin Guys Pod. Okay, so as always,
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
星と支援を目指せ
Enjoy.